Hey everyone, so it's Patty and I am back with a process video. It's been a very long time, but I recently subscribed to Clique Kits, and this is my first Clique Kit that I received. And when I got this kit, I saw this piece of paper with the doors, and it reminded me of our trip that me and my husband just took for Valentine's weekend to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. And this picture is in front of like doors. They have really cool old houses there. And I knew as soon as I saw this paper that this is the picture or set of pictures I wanted to use. So it is an Instagram picture, and I get them printed out at Walgreens, Instagram size. And it's just us in front of this door, and it has two heart wreaths. And it was so freezing that day, and we're both bundled up in our hats and coats. And it was a really, really great time. So I really wanted to print these pictures out right away and start making some layouts or something with them so that I can have some memories to share. And so I'm using this sheet of paper. Now, I originally started out totally different. I was trying to do something really, I don't know. It came out really messy, so I scrapped it, like literally scrapped it in the garbage. But I kept that door piece, and as you see on the bottom, there's that black paint. And that was part of my original idea, but I decided to go with it anyway and just go down the center of this paper. So I have this, in the beginning I show you some paint I have. Those hearts are actually from my original design. I used this cardstock and I put glitter and I put paint, and I thought I was going to use it as a background. I didn't, so I ended up cutting out hearts with them. And that bottom part is like a pearlescent paint from Pearl Paint, and it's mixed with my black watercolor, and you can't really see it in the video, but it's like a black pearlescent kind of paint thing going on down at the bottom. But I wanted to just add a little bit of black. I didn't want the whole, I knew I was going to put lettering down there, and I thought the lettering on top of the doors would be too much. And so I cut a piece of that pink wood, like a weathered wood look paper. I believe this collection, the Clique Kit, March Kit, is Love Notes, I think. No, I could be wrong. I don't have it in front of me. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It is We Are Memory Keepers Love Notes. Love Notes, yes. So that piece is like a pink weathered wood look. I wanted to add that to like back up my picture. And then I'm using those Bella Rouge acrylic-y letters. And the funny thing is, I don't have any adhesives. I don't have, my ATG gun needs more tape or something. I don't know, it needs something. Something's wrong with it. My glossy accents were so old school. Like, they're literally to the bottom, and the tip is cut off so much. So I'm using, like, whatever I have. So I'm using glossy accents, Elmer's approved tape runner, and I'm just adhering those letters down with glossy accents. Then I decide that I need to move this all down because it's not fitting. And that title says Jim Thorpe, and that was the town that we were in Pennsylvania. If you're in Pennsylvania or near the area and you want like a weekend trip, I highly, highly recommend Jim Thorpe. It's a really beautiful little town. I think they call it the mini Switzerland of America. It has a great history, great little restaurant shops. What else? Lots of bed and breakfasts. We stayed at a bed and breakfast there, which was really, really lovely. And it was just for a night. We just went overnight. So I'm just gluing down these letters for Jim Thorpe, and I had a lot of problems placing them because I wanted them to be centered. And like the OCD part of me wanted them to be centered and wanted them to be even, and I couldn't get it to be even. Like that, the E looks too close to the right-hand side, has no space, and the T on the left-hand side has more space, and I don't know if you even understand what I'm talking about, but I think it just might be me and my OCD making things even and down the middle and lined up and all of that wonderful stuff. So I finally just placed them, and there we have it. So there's my title. And then I have a white photo corners self-adhesive that I put on the Instagram photo. So these are the hearts that I made out of the paper that I was going to use for my original layout design. I cut them out. That one with the gold is just paint and gold glitter, and it is so messy. I am covered in gold glitter now, And so is my cat, because he was laying in the pile of paper, and those two pink ones are just the white with the like splattered or watercolor effect, and then I just outlined them with a black pen just so they would pop a little bit more. And I just placed them there, and I actually like the way it looks because it is a Valentine's weekend trip, so hearts are appropriate for this layout. And at this point, I'm just not sure because I feel like it's too much of that door pattern paper. It needed something else. So I have that green, sagey green, seafoam green part that you see on the left-hand side right there is actually the reverse of this paper. And so the wheels in my head are spinning as to what I'm going to do with this layout now that I've trimmed off or hacked off a piece of it. And that piece is from a very old collection. I think it's a Maggie Holmes collection, and I was going to use it, and then I realized that the white was too off-white, like tea white. I didn't like the way it looked with this. So I was going to use another piece from the Clique kit, which is the reverse of that weathered pink look. It's like a white with tiny little black triangles and some watercolor. I really like that piece. So I'm just going to, make it completed as a 12 by 12. Don't know how to explain this the best, but I'm just gluing it, as you can see, taping it down. So I think you kind of get the idea that this is now it's back to being 12 by 12, and I'm tucking that green piece in underneath. So I've used every bit and piece that I've cut off. I just put it back in a different kind of way. And I like the way that looks. It's kind of like a layered side look almost. It broke up all that black and white and door thing going on, but like I said, I really love this door paper. It just reminded me of our pictures. And this is not from the Clique kit. This was from my stash, and it says Simply Wonderful. I don't remember who made this. I think I got it at Michael's or somewhere, but it's like a black glitter banner. It says Simply Wonderful. And so I am making up my bottom title kind of thing. I guess I have two titles on here. And so now I'm just digging through my letter stash, and I'm trying to find, I was going to write I'm going to put an A on top of the banner, so it's going to be A Simply Wonderful Valentine's Trip 2015. And I'm just going to play around with that and find the best letters, and I think I don't go with a Simply Wonderful Valentine's Trip. I just make it Simply Wonderful Valentine's Trip 2015 because I couldn't find an A that I liked, and I didn't like the way it looked on top of there. So it has been a very long time since I scrapbooked. I've done a couple of things for gifts and for challenges, but nothing really very much lately. It just seems like such a task to get up in here. This room was such a mess, and I finally cleaned it. And I also charged my battery finally for my camera. And I really don't have many supplies. I'm just working off this kit. I figured I would join a kit. And the letters I'm using, they're an old basic gray letter set, and they're like a white newspapery. I like the way they look with this layout, by the way. So, what was I saying? So I joined Clique Kit. There's a lot of kit clubs out there, and it's just so overwhelming for me to choose one, but I've seen a couple of people using them, and I just gave it a try. So this is I've joined other kit clubs before, so Studio Calico, and I believe I was on a long time ago, a couple of years ago, scrapbooking from the inside out, so I would get their kit, and so now this is my third kit that I'm trying out. So it's Clique Kit, and I'm going to see what I can do with them, because it's really fun to get new product every month and not have to worry, because I'm drawing lines underneath the title because I felt like it needed something. I feel for me, when I go on an online scrapbook store, I put a bunch of stuff into my shopping cart and then I get overwhelmed, so I don't buy them. So I think a kit delivered to me with product already chosen, I think is a good idea for me. And I'm going to try my best to just use the kit every month. So I put, so that was a white lettering from Basic Gray, and then the bottom is a thicker foam set, and it's like a teal color. So I put 2015. This tag is from the Clique Kit. It says Adore. What else was? What else? So this is a wood veneer that came in the Clique kit, and it's like a geometric kind of heart thing. Oh, my cat. He started drinking my paint water. Oh my gosh, he's just a nutty cat. So there he is, being nosy. So yeah, this is like a geometric heart shape that I painted. It's like a wood veneer, and then I outlined that geometric shape in black ink, and then I just glued it down to the left to even out the hearts on the right. And don't know what else. My camera dies. My camera dies here, I think. No, it doesn't. It already died. I totally missed it. But I'm using one of those roller stamps, and it said remember this, February 16, 2015. And I'm just realizing now that it says February 61, 2015, because I did it backwards, but whatever. And I'm just journaling a little bit on the side. It just tells you where we went and what for Valentine's Day. And then do a little outlining. And then I'm going to use some black watercolor and do some like ink effect blob kind of splatters. Yeah, I think I like the way this layout came out. I like the colors. I love the picture. I love the topic. And there's the finished product. This is very wonky coloring. But thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you all soon.